What's up, people? Welcome. Spontaneous live today. I was just thinking about something. Oh, I'm putting that to turn that to mute. Wait a few minutes for you guys to get up in here and get the alerts. Then we'll get started. Knock this off my list. I write down titles of videos that I'm going to do. And then, because all I have to do is just write down the title. I'll know what to talk about. But this was one that has been on my list for quite a while that I'm finally going to check off the list. What's up, Aaron? Check this one off the list. Give everybody a few minutes to get up in here. Just got done doing a live for the members only. So I decided since I was on a roll, I might as well come over here and finish it off on the free side. Kind of explain some things. So welcome. What's up, NC Biggs? What's happening? Welcome all the new people that have just discovered my channel. And if you found my channel from somebody else or somebody recommended, hey, you can it'd be cool to know from especially other channels. People or channels, it don't matter, but let me know so I can thank them and appreciate their shout out and all that good stuff. Yes, they are. Yes, they are. But we need them. They have to be everywhere. Okay. I always say it, man. It has to be more slaves than not. It has to be. That's just the way it is. How to take your feelings out of it. They're there because they're choosing to be there. They're choosing to be slaves by choosing not to trust mathematics. By choosing not to believe the laws of mathematics. It's really horrible to see and watch, and it's really hard to watch. I mean, like when you watch commercials, like TV commercials for car dealerships, it's embarrassing. They say right to your face, "Hey, come on in, 0 down and 84-month financing." I mean, just right to your face. They don't even hide anything. Finance a car come on down and finance a car for 7 years with 0% finance. It's just so stupid. It's embarrassing, really. Because when I was a slave, I used to think, oh man, that's like 0% finance. That's like the same as cash. No, it's not, slave. No, it's not. None of that is cash. None of anything you're talking about is not cash at all. It's not the same as cash because it's not cash. So it can't be. Because if you have none, it also cannot be cash. Okay. I wish somebody would have said it to me like that. That'd have been cool. I'd have been like, huh? Yeah, man, you say the same old slave things. Yeah, man, instead of wrapping all my money up in a car, man, I could take it and invest it in. No, all the slaves say the same thing. You guys all say the same things. You guys just don't know you say the same things. Welcome. My name is LJ Young, and I'm a 100% debt-free motivational speaker and personal finance educator. I help people become financially free by helping them mathematically see outside what I call the debt matrix. And the debt matrix is a place where everybody lives, especially the debt matrix is a place where unconscious slaves and conscious slaves live. Okay. Unconscious slaves don't trust math, and they don't know they don't trust math. Conscious slaves were once unconscious, but they now trust math. So they are conscious. They trust math, but yet they're still in debt. So they are doing whatever it takes to get out of debt. Okay. So that's the difference between the two, but that's where everybody lives. They believe in financing everything that goes down in value. Unconscious slaves do. Conscious slaves don't do that anymore. But they unconscious slaves finance things that go down in value, wondering what's causing them to live paycheck to paycheck. They can't figure it out why, and blah, yada, 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 right? Unconscious slaves don't know credit report is not what they think. It's not something to be proud of. It's not nothing. It's an owner's ledger. It's just a list of people that own stock in them. That's the stock certificate to say these are all the people that own you, right? But slaves don't understand that's what it really means, right? Well, I used to live there for the first 40 years of my life, found Dave Ramsey, got out of debt by just taking the math that I learned in grade school and applied it to my finances, and then I was free. Right. So I took what I learned from Dave Ramsey. I said to myself, I could simplify this even more. Savings minus debt was born because it's a straight, simple formula that cannot be judged. It cannot be countered. It cannot be opposed. Nothing can, because math is an exact science. So that means it's never wrong, ever. There is no other answer. You can look until the day you die. 1 + 1 is always going to equal 2, right? So that's what came up to me. And voila, SMD was born, savings minus debt. And here I am. All right, this is going to be the only place you're going to find the actual answer to becoming financially free. It starts with you. Zero starts with you. It doesn't matter with anybody. It doesn't matter what anybody says outside of you. According to the laws of mathematics, zero starts with you, the business of you. So if you add up your savings and add up your debt, yes, including your mortgage, student loan, collections, tickets, old credit cards, old stuff that you think is going to fall off in 7 years, yada, yada, yada. You add it all up and you go savings minus debt equals your net worth. That's how much you're worth. You're worth negative dollars. Now all you got to do is just believe that you're worth negative dollars. One second, I got to take a drink. Just True Life says, haven't been rolling with that slave phrase. Now let's get to the topic real quick. Let's just go skip over that instead of talking about that other same old stuff. Unconscious slaves know they are the rat in the wheel because they say it all the time. Oh man, I'm always this and that. I'm not hamster in the wheel. Not rat. I'm gonna use the hamster. Hamster in the wheel. They know they're the hamster. Okay, they know that. But what they don't explain to you when you're in the debt matrix, what is the wheel? Because everything is a metaphor. You're not physically a hamster, right? You know that, right? You're a human being, but they reference that so you can see it. But nobody in a debt matrix tells you what the wheel represents. What is the wheel? Why is it there? And why is it turning and turning and turning? You are creating the wheel. You are creating the momentum of the wheel. Like, let me give you an example. If you are a person that must finance cars, don't worry about what people outside of you think why you keep refinancing cars. I'm telling you why you're refinancing cars. You are refinancing cars because in order for you to sell it, you would have to buy your way out of it. You have no money, so you can never buy your way out of it. So they keep rolling negative equity into the next car, into the next car, into the next car, into the next car. So put you so deep that you can never stop financing cars. That is a wheel. You see how round I just made it? If you keep doing it and keep doing it and keep doing it, it just keeps coming around. That's a wheel. That's only one driver of the wheel that you create. And then you do the same thing with cell phones. You keep financing cell phones, and then you're caught into another wheel. That's part of the wheel that you just created, creating the momentum. And then you do that the same thing with credit cards. You start taking one credit card, paying off another credit card. You take a balance and doing balance transfers, and you keep going around and around. That's what happens. You create the wheel. You are the hamster creating the wheel. Once you get out of debt, that wheel or you're not a hamster anymore, and the wheel doesn't exist. You can stop it. You can realize first you have to realize I mean, you know that you're the hamster, but you got to really focus in on say, damn, I'm really the hamster. Yes, you are. You are the hamster. What are you going to do about it? Instead of telling your friends, oh man, just on that, still on that wheel, just running the, just instead of saying that, you say, wait a minute, I'm a damn hamster. Yeah, you're a damn hamster. Yes. What are you going to do about it? Totally up to you. What are you going to do about it? You could choose to be a hamster for the rest of your life, or you could choose not to. But if you don't stop creating that wheel, you're gonna never be able to get off. You can never stop being a hamster. This is the only place that's going to tell you. I promise you on YouTube. This is the only place on YouTube that is ever going to explain to you about what is the hamster wheel. I just told you. If you believe you're a homeowner with a 30-year mortgage, that is part of the wheel. If you're making car payments, that is the wheel. Do you understand? You're probably thinking, well, how do I start? How do I stop? How do I stop the wheel? All you got to do is trust math. That's all you got to do. You don't even just trust your calculator. Now I know those of you that are new to my channel, they really don't understand this. So I'm gonna do my I've simplified this. So simple, very simple for you to see what I'm talking about. Okay. I'm gonna show you the wheel. Open up the calculator app on your phone. Open it up. This is what I want you to enter. I want you to put your mortgage payment, your monthly mortgage payment. So if it's $1,500, you put in $1,500. And then I want you to hit the minus sign. And then I want you to put in the balance that you have left on your home. So say like you owe 275,000. I just put in 300,000. Your mortgage payment minus your mortgage balance and hit equal. Now, I'm gonna show you the wheel. Here's the wheel. That's a that's a large negative number. Either the laws of mathematics say you are not a homeowner because you're in the negative. That's impossible for you to own a home while being this deep in the negative. That's the wheel. Now, if you choose to believe it, you start to dismantle that wheel. But if you say, "Nah, I'm really a homeowner because look at everybody around me," that's the wheel. You're going to remain on that wheel until you're dead. The analogies that are used in the debt matrix, you guys don't really understand that those are real. Like, have you ever called your cell phone an electronic leash? Have you ever said that? That's real. It's your leash. If your employer can call you anytime they wish, that means they own 24 hours of your life. That's part of the wheel too. You're probably thinking, how is that? They pay you for 40 hours a week, but they can call you anytime they wish. That means they pay you for 40, but they own 24 hours of your life. That's a deal. That's a steal. How would you add that up? Let me see how many hours they're getting for free if they own 24 hours of your life. Let's do a 7 day week. Let's do 1 week. You add up how many hours are in a week, and then you go minus the 40 that they're paying you, and hit equal. That means the rest of those hours, if they're getting you for free. Matter of fact, I want to see that. I want to see. I want to see that right now. All right, let's see that. Let's see how many hours in a week. Let me see that in 1 week. Hours in 1 week. It says there's 168 hours in 1 week. Okay. So 168 minus 40 equal 128. So they're paying you 40 hours a week and getting 128 of those hours for free. That's a deal. That's a steal. Mm, mm, mm. Boy, boy, boy. Can you imagine? Imagine how many slaves do that, thinking they're being a team player, thinking that's what you're supposed to do. Like you're supposed to give away the time in your life to kiss somebody's ass. Are you fucking nuts? You got to be insane if you think that's true. That is so not true. That is pure slavery in your face. You are most definitely on the hamster wheel. Most definitely. You are the hamster and you created a wheel and your wheel's going like 200 miles an hour. By doing the same shit over and over, refinancing cars, refinancing phones, refinancing furniture, refine everything in their life. Well, you got to remember, this is what unconscious slaves don't understand. If you're below zero, everything you do, according to the laws of mathematics, now listen to me closely. If your finances are in the negative, according to the laws of mathematics, everything you buy is financed. Everything. According to the laws of mathematics, if your finances are in the negative, you cannot own anything. That's according to the laws of mathematics. It says you can't. That's impossible. According to the laws of mathematics, if you have student loans, you cannot take a vacation. You cannot. What's up, Cosmic? What's up, Dave? Slaves power the wheel themselves. They create the wheel. You guys create the wheel and you power it. The wheel doesn't have to exist. You don't have to be a hamster. You're choosing to be there by not trusting mathematics, not trusting your own calculator. You see that negative number after you put in your mortgage payment minus your mortgage balance. You see that negative number, and you still don't just believe it. That's powerful. Because according to the laws of mathematics, you're not a homeowner. According to the laws of mathematics, that's never wrong ever. By not trusting the laws of mathematics, you are creating and powering the wheel yourself. But what you guys don't understand, when you times that millions of wheels, why do you guys how do you guys think the economy is powered? You guys power the economy. You guys do it by the by the power that you generate from your wheels. You guys are powering it. You don't know why you're running. You guys don't know why you're doing it. You're just running. I don't know. That's your problem. Nobody's keeping you there. These wheels are not in cages. Because you know why? You're literally not a hamster. Because real hamsters, you have to keep in cages. You guys are invisible cages. You're in cages, but you can't see the bars because there's none needed. You guys can get off the hamster wheel anytime and stop it. All you got to do is stop. Everything disappears. Everything. What's up, Omanique? Let me put this link up here because some people want to talk to me here. I don't know how long I'm gonna stay on here. This was just a random one I was thinking about just to get this off my list. There's a link, sub top shelf. First, you got to understand, slaves. You guys, first you got to understand that you're a slave. That's going to be the hardest part, man. Now, I'm not against the system. We need those hamster wheels running to keep this economy going. But it's almost, when I think about it, it's saddening sometimes because I know there are some people that are never going to get off. Okay, they're easy to see, they're easy to talk to, and they could be anybody, your family, friends, and it's really hard when it's a close friend or it's a close family member, and you just cannot. They just will absolutely not see it. It just it just reassures me the power of the debt matrix. It's powerful, right? I know it's needed. It's important. It's important for you guys to finance cars and everything in your life. That's important. I mean, you really don't have no choice. You have to finance everything, but it it's sad when you know they're going to be that way until they're dead. It's just when you hear slaves talking about, hey man, there's not going to be any Social Security money left. It's like, why are you worried about Social Security money? I don't get it. Who cares if there's not going to be any Social Security money left? So what? What that got to do with you? What, get out here and make some million? You make millions of dollars. You won't care if there's no Social Security money left. Hey man, I can't retire, man. They keep moving the age. Who keeps moving the age? What are you talking about? Retirement's not an age. You think I wish to God I could say that to slaves. Why are you saying that? Retirement's not an age. You can retire anytime you want. People do it all the time. 30-year-olds, 20-year-olds. You know what slaves think? Oh, they got lucky. No, they didn't. They just knew they knew retirement's not an age. TV and news make it sound like oh man, he's retired at 30. They make it sound like it's a big deal. It's not a big deal. All you got to do is make a choice. Dave said, seems like every couple of days, a friend of mine on Facebook timeline just purchased a house. Oh yeah, it's big time. They show pics of signing of the paperwork, pics of the new house, but they never show their interest rate or how much their PMI. No, they will never will. Never will. You know what they're doing right now? What they're doing is the banks are locking in. They're locking in people because when the housing market crashes, because it will, those people buying houses will be stuck paying the same amount of money at the price of the house they bought today. Because when it crashes, the house won't be worth that much. It won't be worth that, but those people paying what they're paying now, they'll still be paying for a house that's not worth that much on when it crashes. That's why they'll be forever on that hamster wheel. Like, and if you're listening to this and you're new to the channel, I'm gonna say something to you that you're not gonna hear anywhere else on YouTube, okay? If you financed a house recently with a subprime mortgage, they took financial advantage of you for two reasons, okay? If you don't know you don't have any money, that's strike number one. That's your prop. That's your fault. But they knew you didn't have any money, so guess what they offered you? A subprime mortgage with all the things that are attractive to you. No money down, low interest rate. Your friends can help with the down payment. Your brother's cousin can help with blah, 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 because they know you have no money, so they're going to take advantage of you. And what you're going to do is you're going to protect them from losing a house or some kind of income during the housing market crash. You're going to help protect them from the loss. You are going to help them recover faster because you're going to be making the exact same payment, even though your house is going to be worth a quarter of the price. You're still going to be making the same payment of the housing market price of your house today. It's not even your house. The whole time when you're trying to hang on to it during this disaster, the house is not even yours, not even close. Especially with a subprime mortgage, especially. They financially took advantage of you. No, not they financially took advantage of you not trusting mathematics, for not believing in the laws of mathematics. They took advantage of you because the banks understand there's nothing outside the laws of mathematics. Nothing else exists. So if you're in the negative and you finance a phone, that means you double finance it. Exactly. First, the charge that you can see, that you can physically see, and then there's a charge in the bigger scheme of things for being a straight idiot for not trusting mathematics. There's a tax for that. That's a phantom tax. Believe that. Exactly. You're exactly right. They double financed it and they don't even know it. Not only did they double finance the same thing, they financed the taxes too. When you walk in and you pay a phone in cash, you pay the phone and tax. But since slaves don't have any money, they have to finance the phone and they finance the taxes associated with the phone too. And on top of that, they double financed it all. They don't know they do that. Good luck trying to explain that to a slave. They will never see that in a million years. Why not? They're mathematically blind. They can't see. They can't see zero. They can't see -1. They'd have no idea negative numbers even exist. You don't believe me? Go up to a slave and ask him, "Hey, what's 5 minus 10?" I guarantee you the majority of them will say 5. Guaranteed. Don't believe me? Test it out. The majority of them be wrong. They'll say 5. 5's not the answer. What are you talking about? What's up, Wayne? UK government announced today 5% down for homes up to 600,000. My government playing the same. It's all the same. I want, and what I teach you, I want you guys to understand something. It don't matter if you're in the UK, the US. If I never been to the UK and somebody dropped me into the UK and said, "This is where you're going to live for the next 20 years of your life," I don't have to really understand. All I have to do is believe in math. I have to walk in, understand the UK government. Okay, this means that the taxes are this, blockety, because it all runs on debt. Everybody has to be slaves for if it's a system designed just like the US that runs on slaves, the UK is no different. I'll just go first. I'll figure out what the UK's credit report thing is. They're all the same, but it's slightly different. Okay, this is you guys' credit reporting agency. Okay, cool. I sign up. Now I won't even trust anybody in the UK unless I can see their UK credit report first. I won't believe a word they're saying when it comes to finances because they never lie. You don't have to. I would know exactly what people to pick or what area I need to understand that understands how the UK economy works, and I know exactly how to pick the people without ever going to the UK because math is the same everywhere. There is no such thing as UK math. You know what I'm saying? There's no or US math. Math is just math. But they're doing the same thing. They're locking because the UK understands that this is about to be a world market housing crash. And you better believe it. The people that know right now, they're not on no hamster wheel. They knew that wheel didn't exist at all. Only slaves believe the hamster wheel exists. It does exist for you when you're in debt, but when you get out of debt, you'll know, oh shit, I created that wheel. No, I'm not doing any of that. I'm human. I'm not a hamster. Let me put this up here. There's my Cash App. because I always forget to do that. If you are ready to get off that hamster wheel, hey, you've come to the right place. If you want an accelerated blueprint, I can give you that too. Of course, it's not free, but I can give it to you. Don't matter who you are, I can give it to you. And everything I create for you will be justified with mathematics. So I won't just be handing you something to say, do this. You're going to see it. You know how to teachers just say, hey, show me your work. I'm gonna show you my work. And you're going to understand every number that I write down on this spreadsheet. You're going to understand why that number's there. What's the reason? Why do I need to do it this way? You'll know it all. And you just follow that blueprint and you'll be free. But what I do for you is this, what you don't really understand. When you're pulling yourself out of the debt matrix, you're going to need somebody to talk to. And I'm not just saying me, there's other SMD family members, but what I am saying is that you're going to need somebody to talk to because there's going to be a lot of things that's going to change in your life. Your family and your friends, everybody's going to change. Everybody. You won't be able to help it. How are you going to be able to deal with that? How do you work around that? How do you there's not many people you're going to be able to ask because you will not be able to ask any unconscious slave these type of questions because they will not have a clue of what you're talking about. They won't have a clue of what you're talking about. What do you mean? What are you talking about? Yeah, everybody works 5 days a week. Yeah, that's Saturday and Sunday. Yeah, that's weekends. What about it? They'll try to explain that to them. Hey, man, Saturday and Sunday are just regular. They're not really any special days. What are you talking about? Yes, they are. Sunday football. What blah 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 blah. They'll just go on and on and on. All the businesses that keep them busy. Now think about it. When you get out of now that I'm out of the debt matrix and I look at the NFL, man, I look at the NFL, man. You know how long it would take you, like if you said, you know what, I'm gonna make a football a business like the NFL, but I'm gonna call it something else. And I've seen others try, but they never really get you know how long it would take you to catch up to the NFL? That would take generations. Because people totally have forgotten. This is what amazes me about the NFL. People have totally forgotten that the NFL is a business. I mean, people will actually fight over opposing teams. They will say this team is theirs. I mean, and literally mean it. I remember when I used to hear that when I was in a debt major, I used to go, well, you can change your mind at any time, right? You can wake up one day and say you're with the Cowboys and then wake up the next day and say you're with the Redskins. Can't you just do that? Yeah, anybody could do that. And I used to think, I think to myself, wow, how long did it take the NFL to get people to feel like that about football? Right? That's just, I mean, a sport that breaks bones, because it doesn't matter how fast they can fix the NFL player. Once something's broken, that whatever that is, it's never the same ever. I promise you, it's never the same. It's never the same. And every time I used to say, I'd be like, damn, how much money would it take for me? Because I remember when I was watching one game, and one dude got his foot just like twisted around to go the opposite directions. And I thought to myself, if they told you that during this game at this time, we're going to twist your foot around to the other side, how much money can we pay you to do that? How much money would you take to accept that? I think 9 times out of 10, people would say, you have no amount of money that would ever allow me to do that. But in actuality, that's what it is, because that's a possibility. Because think about it, the possibility of your foot getting turned around the opposite direction in regular life are really, really low. Not saying that it couldn't happen, but the chance of it happening the way it happens in a football game, most likely that would never happen in life because that's never happened to me. It's just it reminds me of the uh the Roman days, right? Well, gladiator, I mean, they actually killed people back then, but football is scrambling brains and breaking bones. I mean, it's pretty close. Some people die, paralyzed, everything. I mean, physical things that will change your life for what? Money? Mm-mm. You need your body to walk around on earth. If you can't walk, what good is your money going to do? Nothing. It can't do anything. I just think, man, the NFL, man, they got something. That's like that. You talk about generational wealth. That's generational wealth. That's 100% example of generational wealth. What's up, Walt? What's up, Kendall? Hello, hello. Check out the documentary on YouTube from Frontline. Two American families shows two families over 20 years on the treadmill. Oh, I got to check that out. Okay. Check out the documentary on YouTube from Frontline, the two American. Okay, I'll look that up. Everything LJ is warning about is shown in that document. Okay. All right, cool. I'm gonna check that out as soon as I get off this thing. Yeah, NFL's a business, but people just, man, they be taking that shit to heart, man. They'll paint their cars, buy the clothes, matching shoes. I'd be like, damn, absolute free advertisement. Absolutely free. And they do it voluntarily too. Voluntarily. They can you imagine how low the NFL's advertising budget can be now? Man, slaves would say 1 million. They would say something like that. That's true. In 1961, Congress passed the Sports Broadcasting Act that cleared the way for the NFL to sell and broadcast rights to CBS channel. The law passed based on NFL not being able to play games on 2 days. Friday nights and Saturday night. The reason is Friday nights are for high school football. And that makes total sense. You're right. You're right. That makes total sense because that was surely cut into and Saturdays are for college. Okay. Oh wow. Holy crap. That's smart. See, when you get out of debt, right? When you're in debt, you have these goals that you see these people that have stuff, right? That have the nice houses and cars. And you're like, oh, that's my goal. I want to. You don't really look at Jeff Bezos and go, wow. You don't look at the NFL. I'm telling you, that's who I look at. What would it take to be like the NFL? A business of the NFL. What would it take to do that? That's where I want. I can pass that down for family after family after family. You don't have to learn nothing new. That's not going to change anything that changes in the football rules. You change them because it's your business. You can change the rules of it. You can change the rules of football anytime you wish. That's true generational wealth. Amazon, generational wealth. That's huge. Walmart and many others that I'm not even naming. I'm just naming the people that I can see right in the forefront. All of the majority of them you can't even see. There's probably bigger ones that you don't even notice, and they like it that way. Only only way for the NFL to play on Saturdays when college games are not are in session. Hence the playoff wild cards. Wow. Oh man, that's beautiful. I ain't gonna lie. That's so impressive. That's just like impressive. So impressive, man. You see, like when they that one quarterback got a $500,000 for no, half a billion, excuse me, half a billion for throwing the football. I thought to myself, how much is the owner making? If he can play one player a $500 million, how much is he making? That's like, man, I could even you're that level, you don't even you're if you're that level, you don't even think about money. You just don't think about it. You probably barely carry any actual cash on you because there's really no need for it. Funny how they brag about their liabilities. I know, right? Brag about it. I don't know. I'm here. Actually, I'm here to help those that are walking around in the debt matrix. Know they're on the hamster wheel. Know they're there, but they don't know anybody to tell them to get off. Nobody's bothered to tell them how to get off. What is it? All they know is that they are the hamster, and they have no idea what the wheel is made of or what's even powering it. When they can clearly take a step back and see that they're running. How is this wheel being powered and you're running? It's you. Don't you see yourself running? Man, as you guys can see, I love what I do. The player is Patrick Mahomes. He got a concussion on his way to the Super Bowl. Oh wow! I hope all of the money is worth it, worth his health. Damn shame. Oh, he got a concussion. Wow. Cosmo says, think about it, LJ. The NFL usually makes the taxpayers build the stadiums. They sure do. They play into ultimate gangster move right there. Yeah, they come in. Can you imagine? Can you imagine the deals that the NFL works out when they bring in the stadiums? They say, "Hey, we're gonna do business in your city." Can you imagine the city will bend over backwards to bring in that kind of money? Because all the bars around the stadium would go through the roof. I remember in Seattle when they tore down the King Dome and they built the other whatever stadium now, the open roof, no, which is the stupidest. That is so dumb to make an open roof stadium in Seattle, Washington. That was so stupid, right? It's like we had Florida weather or something, but guess what? They built it anyway and they made it bigger and they closed down. They 9 times out of 10 they use eminent domain on most of the businesses around there so they could just bulldoze them and put up the stadium. Why? Money. And then when you walk in the stadium, they charge you fucking $15 for a hot dog and a Coke. And the slaves just be buying it. They just buy it up. Oh man, the experience of what? Spending money that's not worth spending? They wonder why they're on the hamster wheel and got no money buying season tickets. That's the hamster wheel. That's all part of the hamster wheel. Everybody can't go with you. There'll be a ball and chain weighing you down from your own death. Sure will. You got to let them go. I have a close friend. I have to come to terms of letting him go. I have to let him go because he's made so many moves right now. It's just like it's clear that he's not. There's no way he's coming back. No way. He tells me about some of the things he's doing. I just want to go. I just want to go. What the fuck are you doing? I just feel like you don't own any of that shit, man. I just want to say that to him, but I can't. We get in an argument, and then we just end up hanging up and say, "Hey, man, I'm sorry." We usually apologize later, but I just hate to see him just being just like everybody else. Yes, they do. You're right, Andre. Taxpayers pay for everything. Slaves don't. Unconscious slaves, you guys don't even know that. You guys pay for everything. Yes, everybody pays taxes, including me. but everybody don't pay taxes the same way as you do. Slaves pay taxes differently. You guys pay a tax you can see, and you guys pay a tax you can't see. I promise you, you guys do. What's one of those taxes? If you have a subprime mortgage, you're paying a tax because you don't know. If you knew, you wouldn't have a subprime mortgage. Put it that way. I'm gonna make it as simple as possible. If you knew, you wouldn't have a subprime mortgage. You wouldn't. This is what I want you to do. Okay, I'm gonna give you guys some valuable advice, especially you young people that are thinking about buying a house right now with no money. Okay, when they offer you, I'm gonna keep it so you guys can. I'm gonna keep it as simple as term. If they're offering you a FHA mortgage, right? Let them write up the paperwork on a FHA mortgage. Let them write it all up. Then you're gonna see it, and then when they're done, before you sign the papers, this is what I want you to say. Hey, can you do me a favor? They're gonna say, what? Can you compare what you did here with the best prime rate mortgage on the market right now? Can you run the same numbers on that mortgage, please? Make them do it. You don't have to know anything about mortgages. Make them run the numbers. And when they give you the information, flip all the way to the back final page where your total amount of money you're going to be paying. That's all you got to do. Okay. And then you take the number. Wait, let me see. I'm making sure I understand that right. Take the number on the back of the FHA mortgage, put it in the calculator, the end payment, and then you take the number of the end payment on the back of the best mortgage on the market, and then you hit minus. So you take the FHA mortgage total minus the total on the prime rate mortgage and hit equal. That's how much money of I don't know they're going to take from you for not knowing. That's the penalty. That's your penalty for not knowing. That's called a tax. That's called an I don't know tax. You got it? And I mean, and don't get mad. Let me make sure you understand this. Don't be mad at them because it's business. That's your problem. All you got to know is what questions to ask. Now, when you ask to say, "Hey, can you run the same numbers on the prime rate mortgage?" They're going to be shocked. They're going to be like, they're going to be like, "Whoa, where'd that come from? Why are you asking that question? Who you been talking to?" Don't worry about that. Run the numbers. You're going to learn two things. You're going to find somebody that's going to do it for you without question. And then there's going to be a person that's going to say, "Why you want to do that? Are you sure you want to do that?" Try to talk you out of it. That's when you don't sign the papers at all because you don't want to do a business with a person like that ever. If they hesitate to run the numbers because you at your request, that you don't sign the papers that you have in front of you, the subprime mortgage paper, you better not sign those. You don't better not sign those in the first place, but you better not sign them with that person because they are there to make. Now, again, this is business. I'm not saying a person's bad for doing that for you. Okay, it's their job to make money, so they're not doing. If they're not doing anything illegal, it how I feel about what they're doing is irrelevant as long as it's not illegal. All I'm saying is that whatever they're saying will not make mathematical sense for you. It will for them, but not for you. When they built the Brave stadiums here in Atlanta 5 years ago, they made everyone in Cobb County pay for it. From food sales tax to hotel taxes, they added more tax for people staying in hotels. Yes, they do. They did that in Seattle too. I think Seattle has the highest gas tax. Sports and part of the bread and circus in Roman times, and circus was used to get people mind off important matters just like football and basketball. Yeah, it's all business. I get it. Anything and it's everything. It's not. I'm just pointing out the biggest people. I always look at the top dogs. NFL is one of the top dogs to me. That's who I think. I mean, that's generational wealth. You continue to pass your NFL knowledge down to your family. It will stay in the family forever. Taxes are the reason. Never pay full price for anything. Yep, ever. What's up, Nick? Dennis says, Does the bank literally tell you that they're giving you a subprime mortgage on the paperwork, or is it up to you to determine? It's up to you. Put it this way. Put it this way. If you walk into the bank and they run your credit and they find out you're a slave, right there, you just told them the type of mortgage that they're going to offer you. Right there, without saying a word. Hey, I'm here for a mortgage. The first thing they'll say, okay, we're going to run your credit. As soon as they run your credit and determine that you're a slave, they know exactly what type of mortgage they're going to offer you, because you're in debt coming to ask for more debt. You obviously are a slave, obviously. So say like they're $100,000 in student loan debt coming in asking for a $300,000 mortgage. What they're actually asking the bank, they're asking the bank, hey, bank, I know I'm $100,000 in debt, but can you put me $400,000 in debt, please? The bank's going to say, obviously, you're a slave, so you're going to get a subprime mortgage because you have no money. Because the main mortgage, like the best mortgages on the market, you have to come up with like 40-50% down, something like that. Slaves don't have 40-50% of a $300,000 house. Never. Why would the bank even offer that to them? That would make absolutely no sense. So they're going to offer a subprime mortgage, 3.5% down, blah blah blah, all that stupid nonsense. Unconscious slaves don't understand. They speak the language of debt. They don't even know what they're saying walking into the bank asking for a mortgage when they have $100,000 in student loan that they've had for 20 years. Slaves are the only one that will believe they can pay off a 30-year mortgage when they haven't paid off their student loans in 20. I don't know taxes. Sure is real. They love assessing the tax. In the black community, I call it the black tax. That's the tax black people pay in order to feel they belong to fit into Western society. See, and with me, I don't add no color to it. None. That is the colorblind slave master. I just think that's another diversion to saying, hey, there's a separate tax for this color people. And no, it's not. That's not true. That's all part of the program. Slave debt is the colorblind slave master, and so is tax. It doesn't care. It doesn't care if you're a man or a woman, midget, gay, straight. It doesn't care as long as you pay. Period. If you don't trust math, you are paying. Subprime mortgage means you put less than 20% down. Uh, Pretty much. Put it this way. Subprime mortgage means if you're going to apply for a mortgage with a 20-year-old student loan, you're getting a subprime mortgage. You are. Because if you haven't paid off a student loan in 10, 20, 30 years, you're not paying off a house in 30. You're not. You couldn't even pay off $50,000, $100,000 in 20 years. You're not paying off $300,000 in 30 years. You're not. You unconscious slaves, you guys are the only ones that don't know that. What you guys really don't understand, the housing market would not exist if you guys didn't exist. Without the power generated from your hamster wheel, the housing market wouldn't exist. You guys are the engine. All that's part of the hamster wheel. Chapter 13, all part of the hamster wheel. For you guys to keep doing the same old shit over and over. That's why they allow you. That's why they allow you to file as many chapter 13s as you wish, as often as you wish. You can't do that with chapter 7. Don't you find that weird? Yeah, you can do chapter 13 as many times as you want. Chapter 7, oh no, man, you can't do that for till every 8 years. Yeah, you can't do that. Banks are just businesses. They good as long as you pay. Yep. Lord says if you're debt free and you live in a place where the tax high, when you have a business, you will slaves be paying the tax. Yeah, the slaves pay the taxes for you. So wherever you go, you create a successful business. You're not paying taxes there. The slave are paying. Yes, you're legally paying your taxes. But what I'm saying is that the money's coming from slaves. So it's really not going to matter how high taxes are anywhere because you're not paying them. Slaves are paying them. Customers pay all costs, including taxes. Sure do. That is crystal clear. You will never, if you're working an hour for like, you have to physically be somewhere for an hour, you'll never understand what that means. You can't. That's mathematically impossible. You can't. Because you could never physically work that many hours to catch up to that. That's impossible. LJ, now I need some people on the treadmill. You're gonna mess up. You know me. I put it this way so people don't. When I speak like this, I want you guys to understand. Imagine me as an ant, and the economy is King Kong. So I'm down. All the people in debt matrix make up King Kong. I'm down on the ground saying, "Hey, listen to me, listen to me." That's where I'm at. That's how big this is. Because it's not just the United States, it's the world. You better believe it. Chapter 7 is a lifesaver. It's the best tool in the world, as long as you know how to use it. If you are current on your mortgage, you don't have to surrender it. Oh, okay. I didn't know that. You know why they do it? I know it sounds like a favor. It's not a favor because the bank understands that if you get chapter 7 and all your other bills are gone, now all the money can be to them. They know you're going to pay where you live. They know that. You better believe. Oh yeah, you can keep the house. Yeah, they'd rather have you paying it than be empty, and you ain't got no other bills. You're gonna be paying your mortgage right on time for quite a while until you get back in debt. Most people do that. Plantation. Yep, sure. You can pay over 20%. See, and I'm sure you can. You know, all I'm saying is this: if you need a mortgage, you don't accept anything but the best in the United States of America. Period. I'm gonna get off here, man. This is like the second hour. This is hour 2 from the members only and this one. If you want a consultation, there's my website scrolling on the bottom. Here's my email. Here's my Cash App. Please don't forget to hit that like button. Hit that subscribe. Holler at you guys later. Cosmic Andre, Soon to Rise, Donovan, Nick, Lord Boomin, Dave, Sincere, Dennis, David, Walt, Kendall, Kylo, Wayne, Omanike, Top Shelf. You guys have a wonderful evening. Till next time. Later.